What is up, my film critics? It's your director, Caleb Bracels, and I am reviewing Astra. This is the first ever film review I'm doing for Up For Reviews. I announced this channel on my social media and on my original channel, Team CB. But today, I will do Astra, and this is directed by James Gray. It stars Brad Pitt as Roy McBride, and Tommy Lee Jones as his father, and Donald Sutherland's also in this movie. So Ad Astra, before I get to what people thought about this movie, let me talk about the plot. So Roy McBride is on this mission to find his father, trying to find some like untold truth about his father. And when a surge happens in space, it knocks out the power of his father's spaceship, which leaves him stuck where Neptune is. And his father was on a mission many years ago. He never came back. And when the power surge happened, he's stuck in space, so Brad Pitt goes to find him. And so he has to journey through this unforgiving solar system, and many years later could threaten the entire universe. So when I saw this movie, I was so bored at first. It's not as exciting as I hoped it would be. The most exciting film, I'd say, was like the scene with the baboons. But in my opinion, those baboons could look a lot scarier. It didn't scare me, really. It didn't really bring me over the edge of my seat, but I was on the edge of my seat. There was a lot of thrilling moments, the baboons included. I just wish they looked a little scarier. Brad Pitt is really good in this movie. A lot of people seem to be decisive about Ad Astra because they seem to judge the film logic and also the science logic behind it. Basically, like, stuff that happens in film, that has to happen in film, that you know would not happen in real life. There are character decisions where they feel very far-fetched. And also the logic behind the science, like, how is it that Brad Pitt went from the Earth to Mars to Jupiter to Neptune with, like, the time frame? Because they don't give you specific dates on when this happens in chronological order. So he sort of feels like that he's not aging, so it kind of feels like it's taking place in the same year, even though these planets are light years away from each other. So, honestly, guys, I don't watch film with a clipboard, writing a thesis, or writing very small detailed stuff about stuff like this. All I do is, if it's good, it's good. And if I have a great time watching film, I do. I really liked this movie, and maybe even loved. This is, like, a really good movie. In terms of space movies, it's up there. 2001, A Space Odyssey was also interesting. I'll talk about that sometime. But yeah, this movie, Brad Pitt, he gives this performance like he's very calm, very quiet, because he's known to have a low heart rate. He can't really get too excited, and he can't get, like, I don't know what the right words to use for this, but he has a low heart rate. And he also gives this performance most of the time very quiet, so there's a lot of voiceover. And I don't mind voiceover, especially if it serves a purpose for the story in a better way. Because in this moment, he's constantly thinking. He's always constantly thinking to himself. He's very quiet when he's in space, when he's on a mission, when he's doing something. So the voiceover can really serve a purpose. It's not so much exposition for the story, it's more for the character. So, yeah, I think voiceover can be a great tool for the movie if it serves a purpose for a great way. So, I liked the voiceover for this movie. Donald Sutherland didn't really give much of a screen time for this movie, which was a little disappointing, but I liked him in this movie. And, you know, again, the character decisions feel very far-fetched, but yeah, I kind of agree, but that doesn't ruin the experience for me. People seem to really feel decisive. I'm not going to give it like a really high grading. I just wish it was a little bit better. There was a lot of like moments where it was trying to be 2001: A Space Odyssey-ish, with like the silent moments, with like these moments of like no music, no talking. It's just pure silence. So yeah, it's kind of boring. It's a little inaccessible, but I found myself enjoying it. I might even rewatch it sometime. And I gotta talk about, like, I think this was CGI. It looked like it was CGI, but the chase scene on the moon, that looked so cool in my opinion. It looked really cool. So, yeah, again, with like the scene with the baboons, it could have been a little bit better. And I just wish this movie could have been just a little bit better. But that's really how I feel. I don't hate it. I don't hate it like some people do. You might hate like the science behind it and like the film logic. But guys, like I said, I don't care about like the logic behind like the space travel, whatever. If you're a scientist and if you major in like this kind of stuff, yeah, you might get pissed off. But for me, I'm just a film critic. I just want to watch a story being told. And for these things to happen, like again, with film logic, you have to have some things happen in your story you know wouldn't happen in real life. So as long as I have that kind of mindset, I can enjoy the movie better. So yeah, Ad Astra may not please everyone, but it's not supposed to. It's just there to enjoy if you like it. So I'm gonna give Ad Astra a B plus. Not a bad grading. I really like it. Um, Now, do I think it's worth buying on Blu-ray? Not really. Think if I want to rewatch it, I'd just rather stream it. So thanks guys for watching this review. Please check out Ad Astra when you can. And for my next video, I'm gonna be reviewing Tenet. So that's gonna be far more complex to talk about. So make sure you wait for that one to come, and I'll see you all next time.